Unless we act now together as people of the planet Earth against the loathsome creatures who are trying to impose the will of the very few against the will of the many, the chain reaction disintegration of the economies of the transatlantic system is virtually inevitable. The global financial system has totally broken down. A chain reaction collapse of phony financial assets is underway across the entire region. The entire transatlantic system is imploding under the weight of $1 to $2 quadrillion in speculative financial assets, which can never be paid no matter how many multi-trillion-dollar bailouts are imposed by the Obamas, the Blairs, the Camerons, or the Sarkozys. All they can do, and this is what they're doing, is murder the population of subject nations with austerity while vaporizing any semblance of national sovereignty. This, of course, had been predicted by a forecast by American physical economist Lyndon LaRouche quite some time ago. Now, the reason we're here today is obviously to talk about Bilderberg Group, Trilateral Commission, Goldman Sachs, and, of course, the European crisis and the euro. Now, this is a very different kind of war which we've faced before. This is an asymmetrical war in a sense that governments are not running this operation, but rather world corporations. I'll repeat this. This is an asymmetrical war. Governments are not controlling this. They have completely lost control, and you're seeing this on the world stage. It's a war, it's an operation run by world company corporations. In other words, what you're seeing right now is a government not run by corporations running the operation. Let me give an example, Italy. Now, we've seen a lot of Mario Monti on the covers of major newspapers and major magazines trying to give this unelected fool legitimacy. Now, Monti is a bastard child of Fondi financial interests. Not only is Monti a former European commissioner, but he's also an international advisor to Goldman Sachs, one of the biggest and most powerful corporations on Wall Street, as well as European chairman of David Rockefeller's Trilateral Commission, and also leading member of the Bilderberg Group. Now, Monti is a lackey, again, who has been put there to prepare the next stage of the bankers' coup in this European crisis. But he's not the only one. The new president of the European Central Bank, Mario Draghi, a former vice chairman of Goldman Sachs International, and of course the European Central Bank is now being hailed as the entity to save the Eurozone by bailing out Italy, by bailing out France, and by bailing out Spain. Asking Europe, which is in the throes of a financial meltdown, to absorb an unpayable debt, which they never, ever can repay, means you're going for sure to destroy Europe. And it is being done on purpose because nobody, not even Barroso, who's a moron, believes that Greece, Ireland, Portugal, and Spain can be saved. Now, there are strings attached to a lot of these operations of trying to save these nations. And the strings attached to this particular bailout, which we're seeing right now, will accomplish precisely what the Eurocrats wanted all along. A closer-knit political union, as Merkel called for recently, a federal superstate at the cost of European nation-states, surrendering control over their economies to unelected United Europe dictators like Herman Van Rompuy and his moronic sidekicks, José Manuel Barroso. They're destroying the world economy on purpose. Rockefeller doesn't need to sell you shoes. Okay, he has all the money in the world. They got all the money in the world. They got quadrillions of dollars in cash, land, okay, cows. What they need is for you and I to die so that they can drink their water. You know, I cannot say it any clearer than that. Which is one of the reasons we're seeing so much in the press on daily basis, the phrase zero growth. If you have no growth, if you have no development in any technological or any other way, there's going to be a decline in the population base. That's one of the reasons they're talking about this. That's why they're destroying the world economy on purpose. And you have people like Monti, and you have people like Draghi, and you have people like Papademos, all of these individuals that are there, but they're caretakers. They know they're actors on stage. They know the role they play because, again, Monti goes to all these meetings. He's an insider, all right? He understands what's going on. One of the reasons he's chosen to actually become a prime minister, and he was chosen, he wasn't elected. He's a bastard child. He was elected, he was chosen to be the prime minister or caretaker of Italy, because they know they can trust him to do what he's told to do. Just like they can trust Barroso to do what he's told to do. Just like they can trust Van Rompuy to do exactly the same thing. The people who are in power on the European level, on the countries, corporations, governments, international organizations such as World Bank, International Monetary Fund, all of these individuals, they're their people. Nobody who actually thinks of a nation-state republic, which has given us everything we have in the last 650 years, from constitution to our own currency, nobody who actually is pro-nation-state republic actually is in any positions of power. If that had been the case, this man would have been the president of Italy.